So I started looking back into the energy bees, and I realised something, guys. I realised... Ow, why do I always die when it comes round here? Nothing new too, I'm the Soft Man, and welcome back to some more Not the Bees. It's part 11 today. And guys, I had an epiphany. In between episodes, I had an epiphany, guys. I thought to myself, as you can see in the background there, I've got a coke oven now. Yes, we've got the clay bee. We managed to be able to get our coke oven, which basically, if you don't know how to craft it, you get these coke bricks, which are clay, bricks and sandstone. Of course, we've got the sandy bee over there, but we did get some created sand, which I've actually unpacked it all now. It's all there. So I used that sand to make the sandstone to be able to make this, which means that we could make treated wood. We've got all this in here, creosote oil. I piled a load of charcoal, a load of wood, into there. Got some charcoal and some creosote to one side, which was fantastic. I went ahead. I've got loads of different bees, which I will show you just in a second. But if we take a look in one of these, I think there it is. Look, I got 4 windmills altogether. I got 4 kinetic dynamos, and I realised halfway through that there was no point in getting those 4 kinetic dynamos. Oh no, I did need those 4 kinetic dynamos. It's just, I thought to myself, well, how do I get the power all the way down there? Well, guys, how I got the power down there is I actually put them all in like a little square and put the flux, the flux these things, and where's the other one? Oh, it's round there. I'll show you that in a second. But I put them up at the top, and I actually put the one in the middle that took all the power. So it literally took all the power and fed it down into the capacitor. So I thought, nice one. I'm getting 4 windmills here, and all going into my power. But I thought to myself, okay, I'm going to have a look around, see if there's a better power source, because I was getting something like 40 odd RF per tick, which is terrible. For the amount of work I did, guys, and what it was giving back to me, it was absolutely terrible. And I needed a better source of power. So I started looking back into the energy bees, and I realised something, guys. I realised... Ow, why do I always die when it comes round here? I mean, I'm nowhere near this look at it, why? I'm nowhere near the power. I'm going to have to put some thingies on there, that's for sure. But over here, why does that say it's not daytime? Quite clearly is. Oh, it's a moon thing. These energy queens, there is an energy... I don't know if it's this one or not. I don't... Yes, there it is. Look at this. Look. God damn it. It was a clock winding. Because the energy queen is made with the clockwork and repair. I'd obviously used a clockwork princess or something along the lines. And somewhere along the line, it took the clock winding as an effect. Rather than the RF inducing, it took the clock winding and gradually petered out, and then it wasn't making any power. And I was thinking to myself, what the hell's going on? Anyways, I've managed to sort it out. So over here, we have our industrial apiary, guys. With our energy queen, I've got some more energy queens, as you can see. With our energy queen, it has RF inducing in there. If we take a quick look, RF inducing, looking spectacular, working spectacular as well, actually. And that will actually take the power into here. As you can see, I've got 22 RF per tick currently going into there, and that is the sort of idle time. Is all I can say about these things, because they don't fully fill up with power. You can see it says that they're full with power, but they're not, and they do slowly drain power over time, and it's terrible news. It is terrible news. But we have the ability... Why does it keep doing that to me? I'm going to have to change these. I really am, guys, because I'm getting absolutely owned by these things. As I can see, 100,000 RF inside there, and we've got a thing of 22 RF per tick going constantly into there, which is feeding out back into the industrial apiary. So I can hear you guys saying, well, why don't you just set up some industrial apiaries around this thing? So I can have another one there, and then another one there, and then just have this feeding the power out into the industrial apiaries. It doesn't work, guys. I have tried it. It just does not work. And I don't know whether or not it's because they're in their own sort of... at the proximity. I don't think that's the case. I don't know why it's not working. It's just not. That's the reason why I've got so many more energy queens like flying around the place. So if you see some, I know, I've got them there. It just doesn't work with it. But we've got power now, guys, and that is beyond fantastic. Over here, you'll notice a bit of a change. I've got rid of the storage drawers here in favour of a chest. Oh, Yente princesses. I've got some spare Yentes as well for all of these. But we were starting to get a steady supply of tin in there, metallic combs and copper, which you can see. I've got a copper queen, I've got a metallic queen, and I've got a tin queen. I would like to get an iron, but it seems that I keep getting tin and copper when I try to go for iron. It's ridiculous how you get the iron, copper and tin, and aluminium, by the way, as well. In fact, I don't think I've put the aluminium queens into here. We've got a lapis, which is awesome. We've got a golden, we've got a redstone, and we've got an apatite, which I was, in fact, going to go down the tree farm route and you know, do it forestry way and then start getting power that way. But these, I'll go into in a second how much I'm getting from that. And you can see we're actually starting to get some gold princesses there. But we've got loads of redstone coming in now. We've got gold, lapis, and we've got some more of these combs as well. This setup that I currently have right here, guys, is giving me 256 RF per tick, which is good. It really is good. For what I want to do, it is brilliant. It doesn't keep up when I want to use this. When I start using the genetic sampler, as you can see, I've taken the samples out at this moment in time for the smelter, but it doesn't actually keep up with the amount of RF that it uses. But yeah, as you can see, I've got a species, I've got genetic template in here, humidity tolerance both 2 and a temperature tolerance now of both 1. I don't even need this anymore. It's fantastic. This thing can run off flowers. I don't have anything in the species. I don't have anything in the never sleeps thing at the moment, and I don't have anything in the tolerates rain because I haven't got anything that tolerates rain. And the cave dwelling, I do have something that has a cave dwelling actually. I think it's the is it the steadfast? Yeah, diurnal and nocturnal, so that's good. Let me go to sleep really quick. Now I'm actually starting, and I can feel myself getting a cold. It started at the back of my throat, sore throat, you know, all that sort of stuff. I have sort of got like a runny nose now, which it means that I can't record for great periods of time, because my nose will be like halfway down the street if I did that. So please keep that in mind, guys. If you hear me sniffling, I do apologise. It's not something I want to do on camera, but it means that I can get this episode out, because what happens with me, guys, I get a cold, and that's it. I am out of action for 3 days because I get proper man flu. My missus, she gets it for 2 weeks, but it's not like, I mean, she's bad with it, but she ain't bad. She ain't man flu bad. You know how it is, guys. But I get it for 3 days, but it completely knocks me out for 3 days. So, with power now coming in absolutely fantastically, we can start looking at automating a few things. I do want more power, and I have an idea. I have an idea, guys. I need to up the speed of my RF inducing bee, because currently we've got slow speed. In fact, let me have a look at my chromosomes. Let me have a look. In my genetic imprinter, the speed is currently on slowest, and that is not what we want, guys. That is not what we want. I'm wanting something that's definitely a lot faster than that. Hopefully we can get rid of that slowest and put something else on there. If not, what we'll have to do, guys, is just wipe the genetic template and start all over again. It would be terrible news. It would be terrible news, because obviously I've piled all them onto there, and the humidity tolerance and the temperature tolerance are both absolutely brilliant. The fertility, I don't really need 3. I can go with 1 because over time it'll sort itself out. With the power that we've got, it does mean that we can start shifting over our apiaries into industrial apiaries. I don't see the need yet, basically because we haven't got the ability to make that many upgrades, because what we'd need is the upgrade. We would need the upgrade of automation. Where is it? It's there. No, it's not. It's there. There it is. We need bronze gear, we need some more redstone pistons and upgrade frames, which is tin, redstone and gold nuggets. We haven't got the ability to create lots and lots of those at this moment. At this moment, guys. But now we have power. Things can get automated a lot better. And we want to try to beeline our way now towards applied energistics, because this will help move things around the world a lot quicker and a lot better than what we currently have going for us. So to start with the supplied energistics, what the heck are they? The applied energistics. Let's go into the quest book right here, into the quests, because we need to get down to quartz. That is definitely something we need to get into. Let me have a look. Oh, do excuse me, guys. It's absolutely terrible. I think Skystone... Where the heck is it? I remember seeing it somewhere. There it is. A pressing matter. All these inscriber presses. This is what we need to be able to get through this. So we need purple coloured combs, we need energetic combs, and we need clear combs. To get clear combs, you would think you need a clear bee. It's not the case, guys. You need a river bee, which means that we need to go down and do some more bee breeding. Would you believe it, guys? Would you believe we need bee breeding? Purple coloured combs. These things. We need a purple princess. To do that, it's very difficult. Get a red and a blue. The only problem is that getting common and diligent, you can sort of try to get red, but it doesn't work. You get all sorts of different bits and bobs come flying at you there. But that's how you get purple coloured combs. Pretty easy, actually. Energetic. This one right here. You need an excited, an energetic, or an ecstatic bee. Okay, where were we before my nose decided to rudely interrupt me? Energetic combs, that was the one. We can get excited, energetic, or ecstatic. It would be best to go for the ecstatic, because we do get the static combs as well. However, I think it works like as follows. You use excited to get energetic, you use energetic to get ecstatic. I'm pretty sure it works like that. To get that, we need valiant and cultivated, both of which I do have. In fact, do we have valiant? That's a good question. I don't know if I've actually put it into a hive. I think I found it. Valiant's not an easy one to get because of the fact that, oh my god, there needs to be a better way of storing these things, because I swear I cannot see an absolute thing. Because you can get it from the odd hive that you pick up. Sometimes it drops Valiants, and I'm pretty sure I've had one. Cultivated, maybe. I don't think Valiant's the one that I can... Can you buy a Valiant? Maybe we can buy a Valiant. Oh, that's getting full up as well. Blow me neck. Blow me neck, guys. A few spare drones. Valiant drones, they're the ones. Okay, so we can get Valiant drones and do it that way, which I'm quite happy about that. That is to get the excited bee, isn't it? Yeah. Valiant and cultivate, 10% chance of getting... the excited one, and then of course diligent and excited makes the energetic, and the excited and energetic gets ecstatic. 8% chance of getting that guy. But it's interesting to see what on earth that gives us. What does it give us? I mean, it literally does not say what a static comb does. It doesn't give us anything, guys. It's just there to exist. I understand this. I understand this a lot. So we really can't do anything with applied energistics until we start getting all of this stuff. And that's something for in between episodes for me to go ahead and breed the bees down to be able to get a purple bee, an energetic comb, and of course a clear comb bee as well. And then we can get all of these, and then we can start getting into that, because 256 RF, guys, will... RF per tick, by the way, will run one of the systems for us, and we definitely want to go down that route as soon as physically possible, so that we can literally start moving things around. Because if we take a look at the sort of like the external storage bus, is it? The heck? I can't remember how it works now. I think it's what is it called? Is it storage bus? It might be one of these ME storage buses. I could be completely wrong, but I'm thinking it is. Sticky piston, and an ME interface. The ME interface is iron with these formation cores. Now the problem is quartz. Getting to quartz is another challenge, guys. So quartz. Where is it? Where's the normal? That Certus quartz crystals. I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can get it from crystal grains, which is from more bees. You can't get literally crystal straight off, but you can smelt down crystal propolis, centrifuge it, sorry, to get these crystal grains, and the crystal grains will then turn into this Certus quartz crystal. And don't forget, you can put them into a charger, or you can use that recipe, crystal grains with redstone, and that to get a charged one, which you're going to need, but you're going to want a charger. More than likely, which is one of them things. Iron, fluix crystals, which is redstone, all that sort of business. One charged Certus quartz, one nether quartz, and redstone into a dust into a puddle next to another, and wait a few moments to receive 2 fluix crystals. And that is something that you really want to get earlier on, so you don't have to keep using all of your redstone to do so. But we've got a steady supply of redstone. That is the main thing. We've got power running in. That is another main thing as well. So I think what I'm going to do, guys, for this episode is actually work on making our energetic bee just a little bit better. So we can get more and more power coming through there. The industrial apiary is all well and good. However, everybody knows the alveary is definitely the place to go to make your bees the absolute best in the entire world. And in fact, I think we're missing one key ingredient, and that is pollen. Damn those these industrial bees. Oh, there we go. Look, we've got 4 pollen clusters. I think we're all right, actually. 4 pollen clusters will do me quite nicely. So let's put these away. We, of course, want to go down the route of alvearies. This route. We don't need this. 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 We do, however, need... Not that. Where's the frame? There, I think it's that. Yes, we do need one of these. In fact, we need quite a lot of these. If we're going to make the most of our energetic bee, we need these. We really need these, because this will help me with production like you wouldn't believe. So definitely something we want to go ahead and grab ourselves. An alveary frame holder isn't that hard to get. I think it's the last one here. We just need untreated frame along with an alveary block. So that is really easy, guys. We do need some more alveary blocks, though. Before we can do anything else, we really do need these. Impregnated casings. Again, we need more of these. And scented paneling, which is why we need the pollen clusters. Oh, we need a lot more than what we currently have in the ways of pollen clusters. Because I've been using the pollen clusters, of course, to be able to get our proven frames so I can get more and more redstone out of that. God damn it, that is going to cost me an absolute arm and a leg in pollen clusters. Is there a better way of getting that pollen cluster other than industrious? 15% on pollen, 20% from a jaded bee. Now, can only be bred by jaded cat. That's disappointing. We can't get that one. We can't get it anyway because we haven't got an ender princess. But that means we could have got 20% with that. And a purple tinted comb, which, yeah, it's not great, is it? A temporal bee, mad scientist. I don't know why it's saying that we can get it with that when we quite clearly can't. The industrious. Yeah, I was just hoping that we could get a little bit more from that. I don't see why it's coming up here, because mad scientist can't actually give us it. Never mind. We need a lot more in the way of alveary. Let me show you. Actually, really quickly, I'm going to pop out and I'm going to show you my the little testing world that I cobbled together so that you guys can see that this actually does work, and does work very well, may I add. Just with the proven frames, it's actually really decent. So, new not the bees. Incidentally, guys, if you are involved in my Patreon and you haven't had access to the Discord at all up to this point of the month, whenever this video is released, if you do have the $5 or above on the Patreon, you will get access to a server that was started just at the start of this month, that has started and flipped over to Not the Bees. It is in the world of Not the Bees, not the skyblock of Not the Bees, so please do keep that in mind. There is too many problems in the skyblock of Not the Bees at this current moment in time for me to go ahead and put that on a server. But as you can see, the alveary in here It does have these, and I noticed the speed. Look at that. I've got Robotic on there. We will get to that eventually, but I haven't actually unlocked the Robotic bee to be able to get to that. But that is a ridiculous amount of speed that thing has got. So it's found it. Look, 2.5 kilo RF per tick. That is just with changing the speed. If we were to change this to a normal one, it's 256 RF per tick. That is the current one that we currently have in our thing. So if we were to just change out and get robotic speed into this thing, 2,500 kilo RF per tick. If we go out and put one proven frame into there, you can see 4.1 kilo RF per tick. It doesn't matter if you add in more, because it literally is its limit. And I don't know if there's a way of making it more, but that is ridiculous. That is absolutely mental. The fact that one proven frame times is the whole thing by 2, unfortunately putting another one in doesn't do anything to the bee. What we want to try to get to is an eternal frame as well, so you can shove the energy bee in there and never worry about it dying, because it never will. With that eternal frame in, it will never die. It just keeps that guy on going forever and ever and ever. So basically we only need 1 or 2 alveoli frame holders to be able to go ahead and get a massive 4.1 kilo RF. That's 4,100 RF per tick. Again, we don't need to get more out of one alveoli. We can just build another alveoli. If we need more power, we can just build another alveoli, guys, and then have the whole thing go again. So you get 8.2 kilo RF per tick, which would be absolutely fantastic. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to pop back into my world and start working on the alveoli so that we can get that 256 RF per tick, and then we can work on getting that robotic bee. I think I'll work on that actually going forwards. Get that robotic bee, get the speed robotic off of it, and then pile it through the chromosome thing so I can stamp that onto there so we can get a massive 4.1 RF per tick. I mean, that would be absolutely fantastic. Just on its own, guys, is 2.2. Is it 2,000 RF per tick? Just on its own. So even that in an industrial apiary, guys, would do me absolutely fine for the start. And don't forget, we can use that industrial apiaries and just have a load of industrial apiaries instead of having alveolis. I don't know which route I'm going to go down. I've got loads of different routes. I don't know which one I'm going to go down. But I'll be back soon. Welcome back, guys. You joined me actually a little bit later, like 2 days later after my cold has started, so you can probably hear it in my voice. I'm still full of it. I've still got a cough. But anyways, no rest for the wicked, right? So we went ahead and breeded? That's not a word. Bred a couple more bees here, the electrician pure and the robotic pure. The robotic is where we're at here because we need this one. This is one that we wanted, guys, to get out ourselves the... Oh, I've just got the Oblivion frame in there because I needed the drones. But we already have a spare princess already. That's pretty good. The only thing is it's not actually used in any other of the bee breeds there, so pretty pointless. But never mind. We were after the speed robotic thing, and we've got it. The bee sample speed robotic. Now, the good thing is... And I said this earlier on in the episode there, guys. I didn't know whether or not we could add it to the genetic template. You can. And it actually overwrites the last one. So as you can see, speed robotic is on there. We've got a few things that are missing as well. Never sleeps. That would be a good thing to get. Tolerates rain would be a good thing to get. And also cave dwelling. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know if it needs like something above the apiary. If that's the case... I don't really want it. I'm not really that fussed. But we have it. That's the main thing, guys. So what we need to do is take the automation upgrade out of this now. Let this slowly run out and get the princess together with the drone and convert them both to speed robotic, and you will see such a massive difference. It's going to take a little while for these guys to die off, or we could just take them out, put them into an apiary and put the Oblivion frame into there, which is probably what I'm going to do, to be honest, guys. We've got the Oblivion frame on us, haven't we? So we're going to go into the corner over here, and this is the one that I've been using, sort of like my mutation area. So let's put that into there, and then let's put that there, and it should just kill it off straight away. Come on, you can do it. Welcome back, guys. A phone call. I swear to God, every time I sit down, nobody rings me. Nobody ever calls me until I press the record button. Then every man and his dog wants to speak to me. So here we are. We've got the energy queen, the energy princess, or should I say, and the energy drone. As you can see, these guys, RF inducing, both of them looking pretty ledge, I do say so myself. So we're going to go ahead and put it into the mixer. Oh, that's a good point, actually. We can't put it through the mixer because we've got effect none on there, and we want the effect. This is a pain. Right, I'm going to have to find the RF inducing effect and get this stamped onto this bee. Well, some luck has come my way. I've realised that we're not actually refilling on RF because our bees are sitting in our inventory. So I was hoping that that would be the one that would give us RF inducing, and it certainly was. Let's go ahead and add that to this template. Lovely, jubbly, looking good. Lifespan long as well. That's pretty good. Speed, robotic, fan-frickin-tastic. Let's shove that into there. And just double checking, humidity tolerance is both there, temperature tolerance, fertility of 3, that's pretty good actually for the RF inducing. Make sure we've got plenty of backup on that one. I think that's pretty much it, guys. I think if it doesn't have, like you can see the species is missing there, it just keeps the species. So we're going to shove that into there. And again, it's going to use what's in here. That's fine, we've got 4 million RF stored in here. It's going to be absolutely ledge, guys. It's going to be absolute ledge. I've just been coming along here and shoving the rest of these things because if you don't want what's in there, you can just smelt it back up and you get the blank gene samples back. So we need a few more of these actually at some point. Lovely. Look at this. Now, get this in there and we are laughing, guys, because as you can see, the robotic worker will mean we get so much power from this one single thing here that even this I don't think can keep up. I think we need sort of like MV stuff to be able to keep up with the amount of power that it's going to be transferring. This thing I think can deal with it, but these things I don't think can, and that's what we're worried about here. But that's a problem for another day, shall we say. A problem for another day. Let's go ahead and shove these together, and we should be absolutely laughing, guys. They take flowers, of course. I extended the little thing out over here so that we can get some flowers over there, which we have now. And if we take a gander on this side... Oh, it's only 256 RF per tick again. That's interesting. I could swear that by putting the robotic worker on this would make it work a lot faster, which means that we get way more power. And that's what it was in my test world. But maybe it's just in the alveary. Maybe the only thing we can do that with the alveary, maybe put a proven frame in there and that would work. But I'm not entirely sure why. But anyways, we've got 256 RF per tick. We'll work towards the alveary. We don't have enough pollen at this moment in time, which is a shame. These guys are really, really slow with the pollen. And next time I get some proven frames, I must remind myself to put it into that particular thing. We've got 5 at the moment, and it's just nowhere near enough. One single alveary block, guys, takes 8 pollen clusters to make. So that's just one single block. We've only got 9 in our inventory from the quest given, and we need at least 27 altogether. In one form or another, we can do frame holders and stuff like that. This is looking good. We've got a lot of princesses in here. Oh, we've got some appetite coming in. Look at this redstone, guys. This is brilliant. I think actually our redstone bees are the ones that have got the proven frames in. There we go. Let's go and take them and put them into the other one. So what I'm going to do, guys, in between episodes, I apologise that this one is a pretty slow one. It was basically me trying to get the speed onto there because I was hoping that it actually gave us 4,100. I mean, it's very, very strange. Let me go and take a quick look in my test world, guys, because I am sure that it was meant to give me 4,100. I double-checked this. I did. I double-checked this. It might be the limitations of the actual block. I know what I mean. I'll show you in a second. I think it's that one. It might be the limitations of the capacitor from the immersive engineering, because I think I've been testing it with a high voltage, or one of the high end capacitors from immersive engineering, and they can obviously accept a hell of a lot more power a lot quicker. So I'm pretty sure that that's probably what's the bottleneck at this moment in time. It doesn't really matter though, because I think it's pretty easy to craft an MV one. Look, you can see we're using the HV capacitor, and you can see the output there. So this is the robotic worker. Okay, we're going to give it a try. It doesn't see as if I've actually tested this with an industrial apiary, which is really bad of me, actually. I'm pretty sure I did. Industrial... Oops. Apiary. There we go. Now, we're going to shove that down here. We're going to grab... Well, we can just creatively grab that, actually, because it drops it, which is awesome. And we'll just get rid of that. And the robotic worker will shove into there. What we're missing? No flowers. Well, that's not hard to sort out. Flower. Wait, let's have a look for the upgrades. Upgrade. Here we are. Look, flowering upgrade. Brilliant. Shove that into there. It needs power though. That's the issue. Okay, let's shove you over here. Output. There. Right, that's getting power now. Useful. Take you out. Oh, it's actually kept it in there. It's pretty awesome. No. It's still not running as of yet. Why is it? Oh, come on. No flowers. Well, let's put the flowering upgrade in there and we're fine. Is it the flowering upgrade? Flowering and it might not be actually. Upgrade for no flowers. Pollen scrubber. Let's just get a dandelion. Be a hell of a lot easier, wouldn't it, guys? Just stick a dandelion down, it's fine. Right, there's definitely a flower there now. Could you please do your stuff so I can see exactly what is going on with this? Let's put that back. Come on. Start creating some power, please. Oh, why does it do this? You've definitely got flowers. They're right there in front of your face. They are. They're right there in front of your face. Just, yes, use the power. Oh, I swear to God. There is flowers, man. They're right there. They're literally right there. I'll be back when I've sorted it, guys. Alright guys, that confirms the fact that it is actually the capacitor that's holding us back with this. 276 RF per tick. But if I was to change this to a HV capacitor, guys, and then flip that, you can see 2.5 kilo RF per tick. That's pretty decent. If we put another one on the top here, I don't think it's going to work like that. If I put another one just on the side here and open that one as well, I'm wondering if it actually creates a little bit more. It doesn't. Yeah, it actually stops it from... No? It's because it's night time. It's because it's night time, guys. Right, so let's pop that one open as well and see. It's still 2.5 kilo RF per tick. And that's what's going into there. That one's definitely open. I've just opened it. So it's not actually... It's only outputting to the one side first and then it'll output to the rest. That's actually not a bad idea to do something a little bit like this that creates a little bit of a battery for us. But the only problem is, of course, we've got no way of getting the power out at this moment in time other than the wires, the immersive engineering wires. And I'm having a lot of trouble with them because I'm zapping myself with them. That's pretty much what it comes to. So this guy can create at one time 2,500 RF, kilo RF per tick. So 2,500 RF per tick, that's basically what it is. That's a lot of power, guys, and certainly enough to start running an AE sort of a planning logistics setup, which I'm really, really looking forward to, guys, because that is going to make automation of everything so much easier. and all running off one little bee. I mean, that's going to be awesome, guys. It really is going to be fantastic. So what we're going to do, guys, in between episodes, I'm going to work towards getting the stuff to start my immersive engineering, my applied energistics setup. I think that would be a good way of going. I think that that's the next logical step for me because I've got that many apiaries, guys, and that much automation to do with these things that it would just make sense to start doing some proper automation so that we've got stuff flying around the world without me having to be involved in that. And the smelting of things, of getting iron, getting resources automatically is the way forwards, and we need to start doing that. If we're going to get into some of the other quests, guys, I really need to take that load off of me, because as you can see in my other world, I've got loads of like red exclamation marks. I don't have enough Yente bees to fully automate everything, so if I can get it automated with applied energistics, then we will be laughing. But the big thing, of course, is getting those templates, those stamps or whatever they're called. Incidentally, guys, as you can see, I'm in a Hex Worlds, and if you are interested, you can get involved. You can go over to my Patreon link. It is in the description below, and from just $5 per month, you can get access to my Patreon server, which is currently on Non the Bees and Non the Bees. What the heck is that? It's currently on Not the Bees, guys, and also it's on a Hex world. Rather than being on a Skyblock, I've decided to go ahead and use a Hex world just to make life easier on the guys that are playing. So if that interests you, that will be running over the Christmas period. And we'll probably be changing maybe at the end of January. I'm not entirely sure. But we will be going to a new world and a new pack. And hopefully, by then, I will have finished this pack. Because I have all intentions, guys, of still finishing this pack. I hope you've enjoyed today, guys. Don't forget, if you do want to see my episodes a week earlier, you can still follow me on Patreon from just the $1. Just $1 single a month will give you access to all my videos at least a week early than when it comes out onto YouTube. So it gives you a little bit of a head start, and it helps me out massively. So anyway, until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm the Toffman, as always. Stay safe.